Welcome to Navarrero's online showcase video, M.I.A. edition. Today we are back at the gold mine once more. After all, we brought a full supply train up here last time, and today it's just gonna be time to clean up after ourselves. The train is not just gonna make its way back to the valley without our help, so let's get going. That was evidently the wrong button. So what I did after the last episode to catch you back up real quick, I unloaded all of stake cars right here, so the beams are now in there and everything has been processed. I also pulled the cars that I put here ahead again. It's just I think this is gonna work out pretty well when I want to turn everything around and get it back together. After all, we don't just need everything in one line, in one piece here. We can also just make use of one of the sidings. I should have also made use of multiple sidings here for the unload process, because doing it with 20 beam cars at once, it was a bit annoying, but nothing too bad. Anyways, let's turn the engine around and then let's get going. By the way, this is not the largest turntable, this is the now middle child, I guess. And as you can see, it's large enough for the engine. I don't know what they did at some point, but I can still use this. I just cannot turn the mouse. I'm trying to, but it's not working. So I cannot look in another direction, but at least I can keep the thing turning and I can walk around here. So, yeah. I don't really notice that too often usually, because most of the time when I turn the table, I stand on top of it just to make everything a bit easier for myself, but this is also working. And just like that, bit of counter rotation, and we should be looking pretty well right here. Okay, now the question, usually I could just go out this side, and I think I'm gonna quickly remove the climaxes from the track. They shouldn't be standing around here, but I need to refuel them. And then I just left them. So let's see, this is already on the middle, this is also in the middle, so this is good to go. Oh, the other one is attached. Nice. The other one also seems to have its brake bolts, so let's... that was the wrong button. Oh, it's running at top speed. It sounds like it's gonna reach God knows what speed, but no, this is 9 miles per hour. It's a bit pathetic. I was alright with these having 12 miles top speed, but yeah, you're not really getting that anymore. Unless you go very far down with a reverser, and then it's not really pulling anything. But yeah, this is the little siding that I prepared. It's very much prepared, very luxurious. It even has its own stopper. I think even groundwork below it. I mean, what else do you want? A roof? Not happening. Not in this economy. Or with this much space. I mean, maybe I could make a double... What is the whole roof thing going over both of these? That might work. You know what, let's try it. Why not? So engine shed, I would go with brown over here. Yeah, that might work out, and it would definitely look a bit better. It's a bit irritated by there being some locus that I'm looking at. Maybe I turn it around by 180 degrees. Seems like this part is a bit lower, and then everything could be lowering down slightly. Oof. I want to move it more over here, but yeah. Maybe some in-between angles, and Slightly floaty. Seems maybe a bit low, at least for some engines. We should be fine. And yeah, let's try to jump on top of a roof, but yeah, this is working out. Maybe I should have gone with a version without any sidewalls. I think that might be less awkward over here. But hey, it's something. Okay, the engine is turned around. And the path is clear, so let's get going. Should maybe also check the switches up ahead, just in case. Okay, so let's see. I want these ones first and then the ones on the other siding there, so this should be the configuration. Yeah, low on fuel, I should probably put something in there, but this is a bit of a close call there. Would definitely be scraping the roof beams and likely tearing the entire thing down on top of me. So not really the biggest fan of that. Okay, we still have like 80 degrees. Make sure it doesn't go to 0 because then we will be losing pressure if we open the what was it again? Regulator? Yeah, regulator. Might as well. Okay, and we are slowly going on the grade. That's great and all, but not really what I'm here for. But yeah, after the last episode, I think, I came to the conclusion that I could, of course, turn the train around in 2 parts. And since I would naturally remove stay cars anyways, that's kinda not too far of a stretch. So I don't really need to rework the entire station in order to try get a few more meters out of it. Something that I could do. And yeah, I also noticed after the last video that for some reason the last boxcar cut itself loose. So let's try and grab all of these. Oh yeah, I think I hit the brake or something. Also, another thing, I used to play a lot more in first person, like in this mode, just pulling all the levers and everything. I still believe that's really the better way in some ways. It's just giving you more like feedback. You're feeling more like you're actually driving the train instead of or just actually running the train instead of just going into the overlay and doing stuff more like in a car driving simulator. It's much more haptic this way. But part of the problem is that a lot of the trains, well, you don't really look at stuff, but it's still getting activated, and the stuff that you want to pull doesn't get pulled if you look at it, so that's all a bit off. And also, yeah, just trying to get a good idea about how fast they're going. Of course, the speed meter is gonna help out quite a bit here. Especially when you're trying to slightly optimize your reverser setting. Yeah, got stuck in between the cars. That's also happening all too often. And this is exactly why I don't do this stuff anymore. I don't know if there even was a ladder. I couldn't see it, but just dropping in like this is so much more convenient compared to the desperate attempts at climbing the train from the side or the back or something. Okay, we are way past the switch, so let's flip it over. Oh yeah, and just in case so I don't end up doing anything bad here, I'm also gonna flip this switch. So if I hit the cars too strongly, they just gonna go on the track and not derail at the switch because that was directed wrongly. Also, I should probably check if my cars have the right link and pin combination. This one has nothing, and I bet the other side doesn't look much different, or... Ah, it does have. Nice. But yeah, doing all of this while on the grade, it's not amazing. Gotta be careful to not be too harsh, and I mean, I can barely even see the end of the cars here, but we are getting close to contact. Everything here would be so much easier if we only could do it, or if we only could control the engines from outside. Okay, I think we might be looking good here, but I'd rather take a closer look. Not quite. Also, it's a good idea to keep that brake lock so that the cars don't just run away from me once I bonk them a tiny bit. Maybe I should actually just go with a low percentage, but keep the pressure up. Just like that. It's gonna push the entire thing a tiny bit, but it's not too... Eh. I just noticed that the entire thing stopped and kind of bounced back as if I hit something hard. Doesn't seem to be the case for everything is connected. Or was it just running into the brake that caused that? Again, the brakes are pretty much unpredictable right now. But hey, we are done here. We can get going, finally. Yeah, as per usual, everything takes longer than you would expect, and I should probably also put down another save, just in case. And for this one, let's go with M.I.A 2. You know, the save picture would actually be much more useful if we could enter that menu while in the F menu and just look at the train, look where it is and everything. But since we always have to exit this, and well, when we are just in the cockpit, what do you expect the preview things are going to look like, the little thumbnails on the save files? They're not going to tell you much apart from maybe which engine you are, unless you have multiple of the same, or multiple similar looking ones. Yeah, should probably prevent it from reaching spicy speeds. I was actually considering adding a caboose at the end here, just to know how many cars are there, and especially if everything worked out. I hate this game sometimes. And this is why frequent saving is pretty much required with this game. I don't even know how to commentate over that. Did I ever pull the brake fully? Because I don't think I did. And this is why, before any type of journey, whenever I enter a place, I save. Whenever I leave a place, I save, and again, the thumbnail, top tier quality, tells me absolutely nothing. But yeah, since I can now actually play the game while recording and everything is working decently well, why not include it as well, because this is definitely part of the full authentic Railroads Online experience. You slightly hit the brake and it's gonna derail. You don't hit the brake, it's gonna derail. Why are you even trying? And yeah, since this is a very large save file with around 500 pieces of rolling stock, including engines, tenders, and everything, I don't expect it to run quickly. Also, it's gonna take a moment before it gets smoother again, just like that. But now we are running pretty well. I feel like something's wrong with the cars here because they keep disconnecting for some reason. I had some problem with unloading, so I needed to reload, and when I loaded back in, the two boxcars weren't together anymore. They broke up in between. And now the same is happening again. So yeah, this whole thing, complaints and all of that, I'm not doing that because I want to be mean to the developers. I mean, there's certainly not that much goodwill left after some stuff they pulled, but this game, for the stuff that it does, it has a lot of problems, quite sadly. The dev team as well, but that's a different story. I don't really do much in terms of keeping up with the game anymore. If an update comes out, then I'm gonna play on that. If not, then I don't really care. Okay, gently. Very gently. So gently that it doesn't really do much. Okay, I think we can keep going like this. Around 20 miles is decent speed in my book. So let's go and flip a few switches here. Because we don't want to go back to the sawmill, at least not right now. We actually want to go all the way over here. And yeah, I didn't make the last bit of the connection here. We still have the rest of the track that I showed you a few episodes ago, but not that part. Okay, and I just want to go around here and then onto this line. And then flip this switch. That should get us exactly where we need to go. And yeah, in the distance we can just see all the cars. Thankfully this time around just staying on track. I could have maybe last time, what we just saw there, I could have maybe done a bit more of a flyover over the entire situation. But I got a bit annoyed with it, honestly. And again, this whole thing is easy to replicate. I just need to do this. No. I just need to pull the brakes, but I'm not gonna do that. Are the cars still all on the track there? You never know. Oh yeah. I thought for a moment I was seeing the track here and I was not too sure about the entire situation. But we are doing stuff. Also kind of funny right now. I don't think I've even published all of the last videos about Aurora Falls yet. Basically, when I decided to go for the entire thing, I made that one video talking about my plans. I slept over it for one night. I laid out all the tracks and then I just basically did one after the other. So all of the videos were, I don't know if all of them were recorded in one day, but they were pretty close together. So I'm still publishing those, and yeah, everything else is gonna take a while. Kinda sad about it. I kinda wish I could have gone with a few fewer videos there, because in the end, while I did enjoy parts of it, I kinda just want to get it over with and get back to this playthrough, because this really is where what it's all about, really. Seriously? Fuck your game. How did the flip switch to the other side? How did that even happen? Anyways, and I'm definitely going to cut the video short at this point because fuck it. Yeah, what was supposed to happen is that we take the entire train in its entirety with every single car attached over the main line here past the yard, which is somewhere in that direction. We can hardly see anything. There we can see a bit of the end. We go through a Y in this direction, through the next Y in this one right here. And then we just bring it along on this track, going through the next Y with a few extra steps and all of that. For the sake of purposes of our journey here, we are just really going through a few crossovers. And then eventually we are going to make a long right-hand turn right into there, which I completely missed flying around here. And just coming back through from the back onto this siding and then just ending up over here. I'm not going to do that anymore because while 3 times the charm, it's kind of annoying doing that over and over. I don't know if it's the length of my train or anything, but I certainly remember the cars being less fragile. But yeah, I think this might have, if it wasn't the switch flipping over randomly, it likely was another issue with some of them. Maybe I can even show you guys here. Sometimes when you go through switches and all of that, the cars do a bit of a jittery motion. Didn't happen this time around. I noticed it especially with truss bridge pieces, but yeah, whatever it is, if that's even a factor to begin with, it doesn't happen all the time. But I had it a few times where, especially on the other save, cars would just randomly jump off the track and it's just not amazing. But yeah, the other thing I wanted to talk about here, which I sadly cannot showcase anymore because that's the rest of the train that's still left here. I wanted to talk briefly about how difficult it is to align the train to everything here. The cars on either side can be aligned to the train after that one has stopped, but I need to make sure that I at least somewhat am correctly lined up with the coal towers and the hopper cars. So maybe I would do something in the future about this, adding some sort of goalpost right here in the front so that I know how far I can go. But right now, well, I'm kind of missing the hoppers in order to get that done. Also, apparently I forgot to flip a switch here, so we are going a bit of a detour. Wait a second, did he just... I'm gonna let it run, it's likely gonna crash into something. But it would be... Oh, no, it's not coming through here, so that's not what happened. It must have gone just straight through the Y here to the left. Yep, didn't take care of that. So this would have been fun anyways, but yeah, it's not what I planned for. Let's see, where is this thing going? It's going straight into the coal mine base camp. We have a runaway train and it's going to collide with our Ruby basin over there, and I don't think that deserves it, so let's stop this. It's just rolling anyways. So, yeah. That's gonna be the end for this episode. I guess I'm going to clean this up and do the final journey back to the starting point, back to the supply area for this train off screen, because I'm not spending another episode on that because of the game. Yeah, I don't know. Gonna see what we do next time. Maybe actually doing the iron mine supply. Not entirely sure. I would like to do a bit more of just regular showcasing in between. It's been a few episodes now that have been more heavy on this kind of stuff, just actually playing the game, if it lets me. But yeah, for now, that's gonna be it. Thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed the fails and everything else that happened. I mean, you know what? For the end of the video, let's have a quick look at the carnage. This is it on the map, but where do we have the nearest telegraph office? So you come around the bend, you cross over the logging cars here, and then you see it. You cannot really comprehend what you are looking at because it just doesn't look right. But there's a lot of things going on. And then you notice that none of the hoppers are really on the track, or if they are on the track, it's more like sideways. And some of the cars are upside down in the dirt, some of them are building a roadblock, some of them going onto a siding which they have just no business going on. But at least everything in the back seems to be alright. I could even just go ahead and sort this out again because the cars meant for the rails have that written on them. While the rest of the cars here, I was too lazy for that. I could maybe add that with Railroad Studio. That would be a quick copy and paste thing. I mean, I could have copy and pasted it into this part as well, but I don't know. The main important thing, this is a mess. And this is the authentic Railroad Online experience, don't get it wrong. I like what I do in this game, but this is the other side of the coin. But you don't usually get to see too much on my channel because I don't usually actively run trains while on video. And this is one of the reasons why. So consider yourself lucky if you may. I don't know. Anyways, thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed. Have a good one. See you guys next time and bye bye.